surgery. This feels like, I don't know, it feels kind of crazy because it feels like in one sense it's been so long since we've like been having appointments and going to fertility doctors, which has been nice, but then in another sense it's almost like, whoa, like brace yourself, we're about to dive back into this world and I don't know what lies ahead, but at least we're doing something, so that feels good. And we're actually going to a new clinic that just opened in our area like a month ago. So naturally my brain is like, oh my gosh, like maybe that's why we've had all these delays and everything, so that God could lead us to this new clinic, because y'all know I wasn't like super crazy about any of the other clinics we've seen in our area. But you kind of just had to work with what you had and make a decision. And so we were seeing that one doctor in Sarasota, but now we're going to another clinic in Sarasota, a little bit farther away. But it's just a consultation, so we haven't made any decisions yet. But the idea of a fresh start and a new clinic and new people and a new doctor feels very exciting to me. But in the same regard, I'm like, this has happened before. We've had many consultations and my hopes are always so high, and then I walk away just not feeling satisfied. I don't know why that is, but who knows, maybe today will be different, so I'm excited for that possibility. Like I said, maybe everything has happened to lead us to here, but who knows, maybe we'll end up back at our old doctor. I don't know, but we're documenting it, of course. Originally we were going to wait until the new year to kind of start doing these appointments and getting back into it, but really don't want to wait. And also, like, I mean, it's literally December 9th, so the year's almost over anyways. So I was just happy that this clinic had availability and was able to get us in. I think I booked this appointment like 2 weeks ago, so very happy about that. But one of our good friends actually has been seeing this same clinic, and we have another friend who saw them in St. Pete, so there's multiple locations. So we've heard good things. We know people who have had success with them, who have been there. But one of our local friends, she was just there this morning, so that's kind of funny. And she kind of told the doctor that we were coming and we were friends, and apparently it's a female doctor, so I'm excited about that. Spoiler alert there. I didn't know who I was gonna talk to today, because apparently there's like 3 main doctors at this location. I don't know. But I think all of our consultations in the past have been with men, so this should be interesting. I feel like that's already like a brownie point there. Anyways, we'll see. I'll be back to report later. And yeah, okay.
I'm ready to make a decision.
I know.
You just kicked this can down the road so many times.
Yes, in a way it does feel like that. And I think you were more hesitant to entertain a new clinic because we don't want to have any more delays. But then
I feel like we've shopped every clinic, and I feel like there's a point where it's not healthy to do that.
Yeah, because then you almost create more decisions to make, and you get more people and more clinics involved, so it can blur the lines a little. But I've always been on the side of, let's try a new one, let's see what else is out there, probably because deep down I'm still waiting for that like aha moment, that like big feeling of being satisfied after an appointment. I don't know, I just keep getting let down, but I know that's just part of the journey. And like, it doesn't help that our area isn't like fully saturated with clinics. Like, there's only so many options, but I'm glad this new one exists and that Alex came around and gave me a permission to make a new appointment. So let's hope this lives up to the hype and is worth the wait. But at least we know that if this doesn't go well, or if we don't feel comfortable with them or whatever, like, we already have a clinic that we are established at, and like at that point we really can't do anything else other than go there. But okay, that is all. I'll report back later. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna make this quick because we gotta go to work, but we just left the office. You can see it back there. Oh. Got my paperwork for next steps. Yeah, because I think we liked it, right?
Yeah, you're nice. First female doctor.
And honestly, it made a difference. And also because she has gone through infertility, and she said she did like 4 rounds of IVF before she was successful, and she now has an 8-month-old, so she gets it. And honestly, I know some of you guys don't understand, but it makes a difference, at least to me. And she was just very sweet and calming and didn't rush us out, which is another big deal. So yeah, I think it was I don't know, we haven't debriefed yet because I wanted to capture it, but I think it was pretty mutual.
Yeah, it was just super nice. It was different. Not that others aren't nice, but
yeah, it's just different. You guys, you just don't get it. If you know, you know. You can be nice, but still like weird and not. I don't know. But to find the combination of like, not only are you smart and good at your job,
which is personable,
but you're personable and you're compassionate and empathetic. It really matters. And I've never had to put this much thought into finding a doctor like until we walked this path. Because like when it's your primary care or your OBGYN or your dentist, like, I don't know about you guys, but I was just like, I'm gonna see them once a year. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know. I didn't grow up really putting too much thought and effort into where I went. You just kind of go where your parents tell you to go. And then when you get older, it's kind of the same thing. Like, what's available, what's around, call it a day. But for something like this that is so specific and sensitive and like precious, like to me, and like a huge life-changing decision, it makes sense that you'd naturally want to put more effort into the decision. But like, just how much effort and how much work it actually takes, and like, it's harder than I thought. Like, I thought it would be easy to find just a nice, comfortable doctor, but as you guys have seen in our past experiences, hasn't always been the case, unfortunately. Especially with this line of work, you would think these doctors are the most empathetic, but at the end of the day, it's a job, and whatever, I digress. But I'm thankful that we had another positive experience. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like I said, I feel like it was pretty obvious from the beginning that, you know what, this is probably where we're gonna be. It was just simple, small clinic. We were the only ones there. It just felt very peaceful, and we got to ask all our questions, and it seems very clear about next steps, and that IVF might even be sooner than we think, which is crazy. But anyways, Alex has to jump on a work call, so I'm sure I will process and digest more and report back maybe. But yeah, we're gonna head to work now. I'm gonna go get some blood work done because we're starting this process, and I'm thankful for the timing. So okay, I'm glad. Wow, that was really nice, babe.
I agree.
Yeah, even the front desk lady was like, you guys are so nice. I'm like, thank you, so are you. Okay, Alex was like waiting for me to stop rambling. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.